Sister Wives Preview. Kody Brown tells Mary he disregards Robyn's opinion. Kody Brown and the rest of the Sister Wives cast will be back on TLC this Sunday night. And in a new promo, he claims he doesn't listen to his only remaining wife, Robyn. Longtime Sister Wives viewers know that's absolutely false. But how does the family patriarch justify his wild claims? Read on to get the scoop. Kody Brown claims he doesn't listen to Robyn. As Sister Wives Season 19 continues, Mary will continue finding her own voice. Meanwhile, Kody continues putting his foot in his mouth. And apparently he's even bordering on bully-like behavior. I feel very peaceful about our situation, he doesn't. Some of the things that he's saying are really mean, Mary admits about her ex-husband. He clearly has a lot of internal feelings that he still needs to work on here. While speaking to Mary, Kody tells her that he actually likes her despite their negative history together. Well, I didn't for 6 years at all, he continues. Mary tells him he hated her much longer than that. But then the pair discuss upcoming holidays. Robyn told Kody he needed to invite Mary over for Christmas, but she's not interested. I'm not going to go hang out at Christmas. I'm not your wife anymore, Mary firmly tells him. I normally just disregard her opinion, Kody replied, to which Mary denied. They go on to argue a bit before Mary completely shuts him down. We're exes, let's be real. You don't need to worry about me. I just wish you knew how amazing of a person I really am, she told him. Fans love Mary Brown's personal growth. Mary Brown remains a pretty polarizing figure in the Sister Wives fandom. However, many fans remain impressed with her continuous growth. She has put her foot down with Kody and Robyn and refuses to be their third wheel, even at Christmas. The amount of growth shown by Mary and Gabe, wow, one viewer posted on Reddit. You can tell that Gabe has had a lot of therapy and done so much hard work. You can see the tremendous growth in him and how far he has come. I was literally tearing up listening to him talk. So proud of him. And Mary too, wow, it's so striking to me how bitter and angry Kody and Robyn are, particularly compared to the peace that so many others have found. That says it all. In a tense and emotionally charged moment, Kody Brown sat down across from Mary, his first wife, the weight of unspoken frustrations looming between them. His face was set in a determined expression, one that Mary had come to recognize over the years, a signal that whatever conversation they were about to have, it wouldn't be easy. The Brown family had been through storms before, but this one felt different. The very fabric of their plural marriage seemed to be unraveling thread by thread, and tonight, Kody was about to pull at a particularly delicate strand. Mary, whose eyes carried the weariness of years of unfulfilled hopes, waited for Kody to speak. The silence between them was louder than any words could be. She had grown accustomed to being the outsider in her own marriage. Her relationship with Kody had become a shadow of what it once was, a distant memory wrapped in pain and confusion. But she still cared deeply for him, even if their romantic connection had faded into near oblivion. That connection had once been the foundation of their plural marriage. Now it felt like a relic from a bygone era, something neither of them knew how to restore, or if they even wanted to. Kody's voice broke the silence, his tone sharp, but oddly calm. Mary, we need to talk. I've been thinking about a lot of things lately about us, about where we all stand. And I need to be honest with you. I've reached a point where I'm no longer letting Robyn's opinions influence how I approach my relationships with everyone else. Mary blinked, trying to process the unexpected declaration. Kody had always been deeply attached to Robyn, the youngest of his 4 wives. It was no secret that Robyn's opinions often swayed him. Mary, along with Janelle and Cristin, had long suspected that Robyn held a special place in Kody's heart, one that overshadowed their own marriages to him. The thought of Kody disregarding Robyn's influence felt foreign, impossible, even. What do you mean, Kody? Mary asked, her voice softer than she intended, but laced with a hint of curiosity. She didn't want to get her hopes up, but something in Kody's tone suggested that he was on the verge of a major shift. Kody sighed, running a hand through his thinning hair. He looked tired, as if the weight of years of emotional baggage had finally caught up to him. I mean exactly what I said. I've let Robyn's opinions guide too many of my decisions, and it's not fair. Not to you, not to Janelle or Cristin, and honestly, not even to Robyn herself. Mary's eyes flickered with surprise. This wasn't the Kody she had come to expect in recent years, the man who seemed to prioritize Robyn's feelings above all else. It was as if Kody had finally woken up to the imbalance that had been quietly festering within their family. But Mary wasn't ready to fully trust this newfound perspective yet. So, are you saying that things are going to change between us? Or are you just trying to ease your own guilt by saying Robyn doesn't control you anymore? Mary's words came out sharper than she intended, but she didn't regret them. She had spent too long being passive, too long waiting for Kody to decide what their future would be. Kody leaned forward, his expression softening as he looked into Mary's eyes. I'm not saying that everything will magically change overnight, Mary. We've been through too much to pretend that a single conversation can fix things. But I am telling you that I'm trying to see things more clearly now. I've been unfair to you and to the rest of the family. I let myself get too caught up in what Robyn wanted, and I stopped thinking about what everyone else needed. That's not what I signed up for when I chose this life. Mary listened carefully, her skepticism warring with the faint hope that Kody's words might be genuine. She had heard him make promises before, promises that had fallen flat, promises that had left her feeling more alone than ever. But there was something different about this moment. Perhaps it was the weariness in Kody's voice, the exhaustion that mirrored her own that made her want to believe him. So, what now? Mary asked, her tone cautious. She didn't want to sound too eager, but she also didn't want to shut down the conversation before it had a chance to unfold. Kody sighed again, his shoulders slumping slightly. I don't know exactly, but I do know that I can't keep going the way I have been. I can't keep pretending that Robyn's happiness is the only thing that matters in this family. It's not fair to any of you. I need to figure out how to be a better husband to all of you, or... His voice trailed off, the implication of his words hanging heavily in the air. Or what, Kody? Mary pressed, her heart racing with the fear of what he might say next. Or we have to face the reality that maybe this family can't survive the way it is, Kody admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. Mary's breath caught in her throat. She had feared this moment for years, the moment when Kody would finally acknowledge that their plural marriage was crumbling. But now that it was here, she wasn't sure how to feel. Relief? Sadness? Fear? Maybe all three at once. You're talking about the end of everything we've built, Mary said quietly, her voice trembling. Are you ready for that? Kody looked down at his hands, a sad smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. I don't want it to come to that, Mary. But we can't keep living in denial either. Something has to change. And if that means we have to start over, then maybe that's what needs to happen. Mary sat back in her chair, her mind spinning with the weight of Kody's words. She had spent years waiting for Kody to see her again, to recognize the love and loyalty she had poured into their marriage. And now, just when it seemed like he was finally beginning to understand, he was also talking about the possibility of letting it all go. For the first time in years, Mary didn't know what to say. So, she simply sat in silence, her heart heavy with the uncertainty of what lay ahead for the Brown family. Would Kody's realization lead to healing, or would it mark the beginning of the end? Only time would tell.